Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Come down here on Sunday afternoon. Bit of a chilly day today. It's down to sort of 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. So I'm not going to spend too long down here, but I'm just going to do a couple of little things and just check over the plots and see how everything's doing. I'm going to harvest some leeks today. We've used up all the ones we took home last week or the week before, so I'll pour a few more of the bigger ones out of there. I'm going to also sow some of this winter rye. I'm sort of a little bit late. I wanted to get this in a few weeks ago, but never got round to it. I'm going to get this in as a green manure, and then if it grows away, I'll dig it in the spring, and hopefully that'll add some nutrients and things back into the soil over winter, and we can hopefully have some better soil next year. And also need to clean up where these green beans were. They're all died off now, so just grab them out and chuck them in the compost. But overall everything's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with how it's looking still. The onions, I've got red onions in this bed that I planted probably a month or so ago, I should think, and they're looking pretty good. There's some nice green shoots coming up there, and there should be some elephant garlic at the end somewhere. I can't see any shoots from that yet, but the other garlic that we planted, I think from memory, I'll have to have a look back, but I think we've got 4 beds. So this bed looks pretty good. It's nice rows of garlic, and there's some in this bed as well. So they seem to be doing okay, being left alone. These other ones, I can't see anything shooting up in here yet, although they were planted a week or 2 later, and I think it's certainly been colder since I planted them, so maybe they'll take a bit longer. The rest of the plot, there's still a bit of chard. It's sort of going over a bit, some of it, but there's still some good bits there we can use. Leeks are still pretty good, plenty there to harvest, so I'll grab a few of those today. I might even grab a few more and maybe freeze them just to make sure they last quite a while. Over the other side, so at the moment there's nothing in any of these beds. There's a few leeks over there, apart from the fruit up here, the strawberries and raspberries. So lots of space here to plant some winter rye. So I might put it in these 4 beds along there today, maybe these 2 in here. Just sort of spread it over and maybe give it a little rake just to bed it in so the birds don't steal it all. But yeah, other than that, all looking pretty good. I'll check the water butt, see if I need to move any of that around. We've got 3 on the shed, which seems to collect better, and then we've got the IBC tank at the back there, which seems to have got a little bit more in, so yeah, that's good. So yeah, first up I think I'll clean that bean bed up and harvest some leeks so I don't forget, and then I'll get into sowing some of this rye. So I've transferred a load of water, emptied the shed water butts down a little bit, and harvested some leeks. I've got 7 or 8 there. There's some nice good sized ones. Just take them home, they should last us for a few weeks, and I might freeze a few as well. So I've raked over these 4 beds, so the 2 in front and the 2 over the other side, and scattered the winter rye over it, and I'm just going to give it a little rake over just to bury it in a bit so the birds don't take it all. But hopefully that'll all grow. It's a little bit late this year, so pushing our luck, but it's worth sowing anyway, I think. So that's all the green manure put into these beds. Hopefully they'll help those out a little bit, although I'll probably top them up with some compost, either out of our bin or from a shop at some point before we sow next year's crops in it. Over here, I just noticed we've had a big, it must be a rabbit I think, having a good old dig in there. A nice big hole in the raspberry bed, but I can't really get to it, so I'll sort that out when I cut them all back. But we have got quite a few raspberries growing, which is different. I don't know if they'd be any good now, but there's quite a few on there. There's probably more on there than there was in the autumn, so I might try some of them. Yeah, but I've done all my little jobs. It's light's starting to drop now as well, so I think I'll call it a day and go back and probably watch another Christmas film, I imagine, with the kids. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little look around the plot in winter, and everything's going well, getting ready for Christmas for you, and look forward to talking to you again soon.